Brian, come here, look at that. It's Bitcoin.
It is, Ant. It's going to the moon. Find out when.
Welcome back to another video with Sounds Right Media. My name's Anthony.
And I'm Brian.
And we are here to bring you an amazing video on cryptocurrencies today, specifically Bitcoin. Before we get into it though, click the subscribe button, comment down below, like the video, share the video if you can.
Absolutely.
And be sure to follow us for more. Once we get to a certain point in our subscriber base, we'd love to start a community of real-time information. This is our professional stock trader, Brian, of 37 years. A lot of financial information, a lot of investment strategies that'll help us to hopefully make some money in the future. Yeah. It would be a shame to not pick his brain and find out what he thinks about specifically Bitcoin today. I got my crypto coat on, and we're gonna find out exactly what Brian thinks. Is Bitcoin going to 100K? What do you think?
And it is, but the question is when?
Little bit of history on Bitcoin. I know a lot of you out there probably already know much of this information, so maybe skip ahead about a minute in the video if you need to. But before we get into the charts and analysis specifically, let's just talk about a little bit about what Bitcoin is.
And well, as you know, Bitcoin is a digital currency, and it's taking hold big time. You know, it's kind of bet on a decentralized finance, and it's a store value in my opinion, and it represents some freedom from sovereign power and fiat currency.
Right.
And some people view it as the next generation of digital gold. If you wanted to invest in Bitcoin, what would you have to do? Because you're a big time player in the Bitcoin and digital currency arena.
Yes, I like to invest in a lot of the other cryptocurrencies. I also got into Dogecoin. I've been in and out of Mana, Decentraland.
Riot, RIOT.
RIOT.
We rode that wave last fall all the way up into the 50s.
And there are a lot of platforms that you can purchase cryptocurrency, the main one being Coinbase. If you want to get into some of the more lesser known names, I guess now becoming very popular like Dogecoin, Mana, Decentraland, XRP, that's one of the big ones.
Hot one.
You'd have to get something like, there's Cash App, there's Binance, there's Uphold. Some of them are better than others. You'll have to do the research and find out which one fits you the best. Some of them have hidden fees, so be careful. But getting back to Bitcoin.
Interesting that you mentioned Coinbase, because Coinbase went public today.
Right.
Stock opened at 381, traded up as high as 429, and is currently trading 333. So it's now down about $48 from its opening price.
What is Bitcoin at today?
Today, right now, it is at 62,445, down 1,230 points.
And are you an actual believer that it's going to hit 100,000?
I think it's going to hit 100,000. It's just a matter of when. I honestly would prefer to see some sort of a back off. You know, we've had a lot of excitement here with Coinbase coming to the market here. You've had, just over the last couple of days, you've also had JP Morgan come out with a basket for cryptos. And you know, that's a big far cry from Wall Street's attitude back 2-3 years ago. But when I started hearing all this here, and I started hearing, you know, a lot of people now talking about XRP and how it's gone up so much here in the last couple of days, puts me on a little bit of pause, just kind of like back when we were talking about all the big hot momentum type stocks. I want to just sit back and wait for a pullback, and I want to let crypto come back into my wheelhouse.
Right. So Bitcoin, you said it was what?
62,400 basically.
62,400. So right now, if you were to invest in Bitcoin, you could potentially be doubling your money when it hits that 100,000. Bitcoin is the future. I do believe it is the future.
It's going to the moon.
It's a matter of when. It's just a matter of when. And I think a lot of people say, well, you could say that about any stock. I think it's sooner than later. I think we're going to see 100,000. Honestly, the craze is just nuts, and hype pushes everything so high, right?
Absolutely,
and
it does.
Also, it creates a big fall.
Yeah,
so
and it does.
You just got to be careful doing anything. I do think crypto is the future, Bitcoin especially.
Should we take a look at the chart here on Bitcoin?
And boom, there's your chart for BTC, Bitcoin. Brian, what do you got for us?
We had been talking about Bitcoin over 62,400. We're now at 62,085 as it's just bouncing all over the place here in real time. So as we talked, Coinbase went public today. Coinbase basically a leveraged bet on Bitcoin and crypto. And I really don't think I would be chasing anything up in here, to be real honest with you. If we take a look at the chart here, Back in January of just this year, 2021, we were trading around 30,000 right over here. Take a look on the right side of the chart. We've got a double top at 61,000. We busted through it here over the last couple of days. Today we traded up as high as what? 65,520. Now we're trading 62 and change. Personally, I'd wait for some sort of a pullback. If we look at a trend line in here, we can draw a couple of trend lines. One is going to come in just slightly around the 58,000-ish area, and that's kind of where the 20-day moving average is. If we draw a little bit of a longer-term trend line going all the way back to January, we can take a look at that. One's going to come in somewhere around the 55 and change area. And not to mention, you've got the 50-day moving average coming in here around 53,000. Of course, and always, all these moving average lines are time and price sensitive, okay? Also, we've got a gap trading here on the charts right in this zone here. That's going to come in somewhere around the 59.5 area. So overall, I'd be looking for a pullback here in Bitcoin. I think as we've talked, longer term, this is going significantly higher, 100,000 at some point here down the road. But short-term basis, with all the crypto phase and Coinbase going public here today,
a lot of hype.
A lot of hype. I'd probably be wanting to see some sort of a back off before I go ahead and get long. But, several weeks down the road, I think we're going to be higher than where we're at right now.
All right, so there you have it, Bitcoin BTC. We think it's going to go higher in the future, but always hedge your bets, be careful, don't risk more than you're willing to lose.
And do your own due diligence on all this here.
And again, we are not financial advisors. This is for entertainment purposes only. Thank you for watching. My name is Anthony.
And I'm Brian.
See you next time.